What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News.
People here in the US often complain that reality television is just trashy smut.
Get it out of here.
But most of those people complaining have probably never actually watched any real reality TV from the UK. Their heads would probably explode if they did, because the UK pretty much invented reality TV. We just imported it, poorly. And the latest and best example of this is a recent program aired by UK's Channel 4 called Naked Attraction, which, unlike our prudish American television, features full, frontal, male and female nudity. And, the whole thing's pretty much entirely about dicks, balls, and vaginas.
Yeah, the concept is similar to stuff like the dating game. Well, no, it's actually literally the complete opposite of the dating game, actually. On the dating game, a person chooses between potential mates by talking to them without being able to see them. In Naked Attraction, a person chooses their potential mate completely based solely off what their junk looks like. It's like a dating game, don't look, just talk. Then you had stuff like Next and Blind Date.
Yeah.
They got to just see if they liked each other. Now, they're just looking at each other's nasty bits.
Let's see the dicks.
Yeah. And you know what? It still proves that girls, they aren't about length. They like the big fat ones instead.
Like, oh no, yeah, they have a lot of discussions about it.
Yeah.
They really...
Get that kidney scraper out of here.
Yeah, I mean, the show does put the bare minimum amount of effort into providing some scientific talking points about what they call raw primitive attraction, but I mean, you're not fooling anyone, Channel 4. You know what you're doing. We all know what you're doing. Don't act like this show is anything bigger or smarter than what it actually is.
Or girthier.
Yeah, it's an excuse to stare at dicks and vaginas.
Also boobs, because once the contestants narrow down who they're interested in to just two potential mates, they all get totally naked on stage, so the person choosing can be sure they're making the right choice. And also, so we at home can stare at three people's naked bodies. Afterwards, they go on a boring, puritanical, fully clothed date with the person they choose. But by then, you've changed the channel.
Yeah, you're watching the Graham
Holmes.
Norton show or whatever
Selling
the hell
Holmes with Amanda Lamb.
They got a lot of good TV
Yeah.
there. But while Britain may be a little more open-minded than us when it comes to sex and nudity, there were still a lot of complaints directed at the show, both formally and via social media, so apparently there were people who did not expect to tune into one of the UK's biggest TV channels at 10 p.m. on a Monday night and see close-up shots of various penises and vaginas.
And even without making judgments about the show's moral decency, a lot of reviews in the UK press trashed the show for simply not being very good, with many calling out in particular the show's many attempts to justify itself as breaking down barriers and, quote, starting a conversation about human attraction. But hey, Naked Attraction is here. There's more dicks and vaginas to come in future episodes, and this is the world we now live in.
Yeah. You guys thought Sex Box was too scandalous. It's Naked Attraction.
I was saying that the other day that they should be on the same set, and you should go from Naked Attraction and they walk right over to the Sex Box and just bang it out and see what happens.
They should.
And then they should walk from that set to the set where they're married with kids.
Yeah.
Or if
and then they go look for a house with Amanda Lamb.
Yeah. And she sells it to him.
And then they have to cook for everyone with Come Die With Me.
Yeah. It's great. It's all a big...
Eventually they get married, but it's Don't Tell the Bride, so the groom has to plan the entire wedding while the bride...
They have the best reality show.
Yeah, they should just make a UK reality show cinematic universe where...
all of this takes place.
The same people, yeah.
And please send over like Channel 4 and stuff like that over to us so we can watch that. I wish there was there's BBC America. It's not that great, but they need to have Channel 4 America, but it needs to be an exact clone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they need to do it where British time is in American time, so that Naked Bits comes on at like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time. Kids just got out of school. The parents aren't home yet. Put on Naked Attraction. Look at dick, balls, and vaginas.
I think it would be good for America.
I think it would. We need to make America great again.
Make America naked again.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of the crazy modern world we're living in, though, we're just 1 week away from the start of the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Summer Olympics dumpster fire. And you know what? They did it. I mean, we obviously had some pretty serious doubts if they could pull this thing off, but they proved us wrong. Just kidding, it's still a shit show, and a literal shit show, because apparently the conditions at Olympic Village, where all the athletes are supposed to stay during the Olympics, are fucking deplorable, with blocked toilets, leaky pipes, exposed electrical wiring, lack of lighting, and just dirty-ass floors.
Yeah, and at least that's according to the athletes and trainers from Australia. They were so disgusted by their accommodations that they decided to just get hotel rooms on their own nearby instead. But fear not, Australia, the mayor of Rio, is gonna make this right. He says that maybe if he gives them a kangaroo to jump up and down in front of their building, they'll feel more at home. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
He's really taking these concerns seriously.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, it's not good enough for Australia. How about we get you some koalas and some kangaroos? Oh. How about a Foster's? And they'll be like, we don't drink Foster's, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They drink double X or whatever. I don't know. Hey. So it turns out that at least as of this past Monday, only 19 out of the 31 apartment towers in the Olympic Village had even had safety inspections so far. So that explains a lot. So slow your roll, Australia. The rooms just aren't ready yet, even though they were supposed to. And hey, maybe instead of complaining, you should be more like the Italian Olympic team, who just decided to pay out of pocket for electricians and plumbers to finish their rooms for them.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how they built Rome. They didn't wait for someone to build Rome. They built Rome themselves.
In one day.
Yeah.
But this is Rio de Janeiro's whole plan all along. They're like, we're going to make the situation so deplorable that every country in the world comes here and brings their best and brightest to fix the situation we have going on.
That's not a bad. That's how they should do. You want to take the pressure off cities like Rio. Yeah. Have each country send their own team of like engineers and contractors to build their own. It'd be like the World's Fair, or like
mix them all together.
The Norwegian team lives in a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
And like
Anyways, with all the reports about Olympic Village being a mess, we have to imagine there's got to be a few athletes from Russia who are probably now totally okay with the fact that after an investigation found that the Russian government was supplying Russian athletes with performance-enhancing drugs and helping them cover it up, Russian athletes are getting banned left and right from coming to Rio.
Oh no, I don't get to go to Rio? Oh no.
What a shame.
Oh gosh, I was really looking forward to it.
Well, back to my job of hacking the American political system.
So far, it includes over 1/4 of Russia's Olympians, plus their entire Paralympic team. The Paralympics aren't till September, but Russia is totally banned. I don't know. I feel like people who are missing limbs should be allowed to do as many steroids as they want, whatever. But Russia did announce that they're going to have their own games for everyone that got left behind. It's going to be called the Stars 2016 tournament, where we will surely see some world records get broken by unapologetically roided out Russian athletes. It's going to be fucking great.
This is a great idea. We've been talking about this for so long, where you just like, if you really want to level the playing field, let people do whatever the fuck they want.
You want to see some fucking human achievements? Let these people
give them the drugs.
Just let them treat their bodies like a fucking science experiment. You won't believe what they're able to pull off.
Oh man, these are gonna get better views than the actual Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's on the level, as long as it's honest, I got no problem with it. It's your life.
Just be forthcoming about it.
If you don't care about your balls maybe shrinking down to the size of blueberries, that's great.
Listen, that's fine, because when you're a swimmer, you just gotta swip on by. That's why they shave their heads and everything like that. If you got tiny balls, that's a lot less drag.
That's true.
So shrink up those balls and beat some world records.
Also, I mean, the water at the Russia steroid games probably going to be a lot cleaner.
Russia roid games.
The roid games.
Yeah.
Roid games 2016.
Yeah.
The water's, it's definitely going to be a lot cleaner than what they've got going on down in Rio, which is still, as we've reported time and again, basically just raw sewage. One local doctor in Rio told the New York Times this week, foreign athletes will literally be swimming in human crap, and they risk getting sick from all those microorganisms. And another local put it more simply, telling the Times, it smells like shit because it's full of shit.
However, calm down, American Olympic rower Megan Calmo is sick and tired of people pointing out how shitty Rio's water is, saying that all the shit talk is ruining the Olympics for athletes like her who have trained for years for the event. The title of her op-ed piece in The Guardian, I will row through shit for you, America. Now there's a patriot.
Yeah.
There you go.
The article's hilarious, though. It's also, it's like, the Olympics haven't happened yet. We'll be glad to talk about the sports once they happen.
Yeah. Just like leading up to it.
It's a fucking shit show right now.
Yeah,
like, what am I supposed to pretend?
The important word there.
Yeah. Speaking of shit, though, shit is apparently not as disgusting to some people as you would think. We've previously mentioned that there was a toilet-themed restaurant here in LA that somehow went out of business after a short period of time because eating food out of a fucking tiny toilet bowl is something that, well, I guess too many people found it nauseating.
Or just not something that, like, not that it's gross or anything, but like, okay, I could just go eat it out of a real bowl a block away.
Yeah, but you know what? This is actually a part of a larger trend, I guess. It's news to me, and the latest example is a restaurant coming soon to Toronto's Koreatown neighborhood called Poop Cafe Dessert Bar.
Dumb. The cafe's owner, Lean Nguyen, said she's been waiting to do something like this for years, ever since being inspired by a toilet-themed restaurant she visited in Taiwan. It's probably the same thing that inspired the fucking people here. She says, quote, It's funny to put food and poop together. It's a great comparison. It stayed in my mind for a long time. As soon as I finished school, which I'm pretty sure was liberal arts college.
Culinary school.
Okay, fine. I said, okay, I'm gonna bring the restaurant to Toronto. And I'm gonna see if I can make it longer than that LA restaurant before getting shut down by lack of... Everyone goes there as a gimmick once. They're like, I ate the brown yogurt out of the toilet bowl. I got my Instagram picture. Now let's get the fuck out of here and never come back.
Yeah, so this lady, she plans to make all of the desserts at her restaurant brown, shaped like poop, and served in toilet-shaped dishes, just like the Taiwanese restaurant that inspired her. That restaurant is called Modern Toilet. It features not only desserts and toilets with names like Bloody Poop and Green Dysentery, but also hot and savory main courses like curries that are also served in toilets.
You know what she would do well? I know it's not as big in Toronto, but she would do really well if she did poutine in the toilet bowl.
Poutine?
Yeah. Yeah, poutine! It's perfect. Yeah, take our idea and name it poutine, make it look fucking gross. Like, I was gonna say gross as shit, but that's exactly what she's going for.
Well, you get like poutine and you put it through one of those like sausage machines, so it comes out like snaky.
Ugh. Anyways, if you were so inclined, you could make a world tour trip out of all the toilet restaurants there are out there. Over in the Philippines, they've got one called Boracay Toilet. In Seoul, South Korea, they've got the dessert and coffee-focused Poop Cafe. And in Moscow's crazy toilet restaurant, you can even sit on a real toilet while you eat out of mini toilets.
Toiletception.
This is so dumb. I'm so glad that LA was like, I'm good.
It's gross. I was getting nauseated. Like, what's these people's fascinations with eating out of a tiny toilet?
They think it's cute. They think it's fucking cute.
It's not cute. It's disgusting.
I don't know.
Keep poop out of food. They don't go together great.
Give me a bowl. Yeah.
The food should speak for itself.
And if the food is shit, you'll know. Anyways, guys, let's get into the weirdest true headlines that we found this week, starting with...
Aspiring rapper Casper Night shoots a hole through his cheek to try and generate interest in his music. Yeah, he did it. He shot himself in the cheek. There was a lot of blood. He used it. He got on the news everywhere because he shot himself in the fucking face.
Well, yeah. What did he do with the hole? Did he like...
It closed up. I don't know.
Oh, he got stitched together. You should put one of those, like the earplugs, but right there.
Yeah. He released a song, though. It's fucking terrible.
Called I Shot Myself in the Ear for Attention?
No. But the backing track is literally just Papa Roach, Last Resort, but with a hip-hop beat added to it, which is what every hip-hop fan wants to hear.
The irony in
shoot my face into pieces.
No, it's my last resort. Otherwise, I won't be famous.
Yeah.
So there you go, he wins. Pokemon Go players accidentally cross illegally into U.S. from Canada. At least it wasn't the Mexican-American border.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump, he's got to come out and let the world know how he feels about this Pokemon Go game, now that we know that it's causing illegal immigration to happen.
But it's from Canada, so Donald Trump is fine with it.
Yeah. It is funny how easily it is to just accidentally cross the border into the United States.
Well, especially
This was like in Montana, too.
Yeah.
Just like middle of fucking nowhere.
But, yeah, it's dumb.
They got all the best Pokemon over there. We need to build a wall around a Pokemon.
I would dare you to go look at what actually exists between the Mexican-American border and what exists above Montana in, like, wherever that is. Like, I'm going to say it wrong, but it might be Alberta or Saskatchewan up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think it's as big of a concern for some reason.
They got the cheese cartels.
Yeah.
Every time you buy cheese in this country, that money's going straight to terrorism. Canadian terrorism.
Anyways.
Verizon will cut off unlimited data users who use too much unlimited data.
Yeah, AT&T did this kind of thing too, like a ways back when everyone was grandfathered into the unlimited plan. They were like, yeah, I mean, unlimited means like about 5 or 6 gigs.
Well, this one, I mean, it's like, it's shady. They're saying as long as you don't go over 100 gigs in a month, you're fine.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they do use...
They'll use it just like for their entire home internet.
Yeah, for their entire home, yeah.
Which is crazy.
If they're in a really good area.
Your phone's gonna explode.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love it. They're just like, well, we can't like kick you off your plan, but technically we can just cancel your service altogether.
Yes.
So if you do it too much...
And then they re-sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Under something way worse.
Yeah.
But...
nothing's unlimited. Nothing's fair.
Anyways, tall man accused of driving while standing through sunroof.
This is the only car I could afford.
This is crazy because I swear I've told this story before. When I was in high school, there was a guy who drove like an older model BMW from the 80s.
Yeah.
And I think he just was doing it to be really weird. But he would drive. He was bald, and he would wear like these like
Racing
tied around
glasses?
spectacles, and he would drive with his bald head and his eyeballs out of the sunroof through town like that. He really did it. You would see him in the rear view after.
Was he super tall?
No, not really. But you would see him in the rear view after you left high school, and you would just see this dude. It was like a 90s like action movie bad guy just following you. Like, it was really weird.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy was like 7 feet tall, driving like a Toyota Corolla. And he's just like, man, again, this is the only car I can afford.
Does this car have a sunroof in it? What he should do is he should just get pedal extenders and then take the whole front seat out and sit in the back seat.
I wonder if it'd be okay if you wore a helmet.
Maybe. It's like a go-kart to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there have been people that they sit like all the way in the back. There's like a couple basketball players have done that. I think Karl Malone had like a 4-door pickup where he sat in the back seat. I've seen a couple of these modifications.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're all illegal.
On the opposite end of that, Vern Troyer drives a perfectly normal-sized car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the man, he's
can do
proven
everything.
that you can do everything.
And he's a very nice guy.
Yeah. Colorado man lassos and wrestles a bear with a cheese balls jug stuck to its head. And it didn't work. The bear cut him up real bad.
Yeah.
And then he had to just call animal control. Like, all right, I tried lassoing it and wrestling the cheese balls jug off of its head, but
He was trying to save it.
yeah.
There's another clear-cut example of humans, how they shouldn't interfere with
Well, the
animals.
bear would have died because he had his head stuck in a jug of cheese balls.
If that's the way nature wants to take out
Well,
that
that's
bear.
not how nature wanted it.
Well, if it wasn't a cheese balls thing, it would have been a pot of honey or...
Yeah, all those pots of honeys out in the forest. These bears are all in their red t-shirts with their rabbit friend and their little boy that they hang out with.
Christopher Robin?
Christopher Robin.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of that in the 100
Their
Acre
little,
Woods.
their little pig and the depressed donkey. The tiger with the ADHD.
The depressed tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all
there's
like the mania. It's all mania.
Yeah, every character in
It's like a different
the
psychiatric
100 Acre
problem.
Wood is a classic like psychiatric
Yeah.
problem.
A lot better than
That's how you learn, kids.
Yeah. The 90s cartoon characters like Nervous Wallaby and Jewish Turtle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I learned a lot from them too.
Yeah. People lined up for Cronuts appear unfazed by corpse on nearby bench.
It's like just the perfect image of New York City for you there. You got these
Well-
Cronuts that I don't see what the big fucking deal is. Maybe they're mind-blowing, but it's like, okay, so it's a donut made out of croissant material that's deep fried.
It's great.
It sounds delicious, but people stand in line for them. And they've been out for like 4 years now. People still stand in line for like an hour waiting for one of these fucking things. They pay like $10 for it.
This guy paid with his life.
And yeah, so there was a big line outside of this
But,
bougie New York place.
Was
where
he
there's just
sitting up like normal?
There's just a dead guy on like a park bench.
They probably thought he was sleeping.
Probably. You
A
can never
homeless guy
tell.
sleeping. Yeah, that's the thing.
So the local news, they interviewed people in line asking them, because like once the paramedics came, they were like, did you know that guy was dead? No, they're like, no, we thought he was asleep. And they're like, well, if you knew that he had been dead this whole time, would you have stayed in line? And the first person was like, well, yeah, it's a cronut.
Yeah, it's.
And
Well,
then
I would say the same thing too. I didn't come here to find a dead guy. I came here for a fucking cronut. I didn't know he was dead.
Another guy they asked, he's like, well, I'm this far in line. If I had known it was a dead guy there, I mean, it does kind of ruin the whole meal, but I'm gonna see this through now.
He goes home and just makes love to that fucking cronut.
Live every cronut like it's your last cronut.
Because it might be,
Yeah.
especially if you have a weak heart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not helping. you
it's
eating
not
those
healthy at all.
things. Tattooist jailed after drawing penis and swear word on woman's back instead of yin yang symbol.
I liked it better in the old days when they would be like, back in the late 90s, everyone was getting these Chinese words on their...
It's gonna be like dumb bitch or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
It means enlightened princess.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, no, this is...
He just drew a dick with the word fuck underneath it for no reason.
How did he expect her to not find out?
She apparently didn't notice until she got home. Looked in the mirror, was like, wait,
Wait, that's not a yin yang.
that's a penis with the word fuck. And the judge was like, why did you do this? And he's like, I don't know. Wanted to
Bored.
see what would happen.
Yeah.
Just cuz.
Yeah. Just, it was a goof.
It was a goof.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
that's
goof? Case closed. Get out of here.
Pretty good goof.
Ma'am, it was a goof. He clearly said that it was a goof.
Not just any goof, a great goof.
Go watch the movie The 10.
It's a great movie.
Great. Massachusetts man cooking urine prompts apartment evacuation. What was he cooking? Like a broth?
He was just cooking a big old pot of piss on the stove.
Why?
People thought he was making chemical weapons. They had to evacuate the place and bring in like the bomb squad. Yeah, because it smelled like fucking boiling piss, and they thought he was manufacturing like napalm or something.
What? I'm just in here boiling my piss.
It's just piss. What's
Guys,
the big
it's
deal?
just piss. You can taste it if you want. It's like Dumb and Dumber when he takes the swig of the.
They didn't say like what.
Get the hell out of here! I'm in my own house. Okay.
They didn't say what he was making it for though.
What was the? Did they charge him with anything, or did they just let him go afterwards?
I don't.
Sir,
remember.
can you please stop cooking your own piss?
They said it was like he was boiling his own urine for like a home remedy. Like, what?
I mean, it makes sense. Was he Indian?
They didn't say.
Isn't it used for soaked farming as well? But
Boiling urine?
You can use,
He lives in an apartment. How much farming is he gonna
so
do?
I don't know.
No, it's like one of those ingredients in like it's in facial products. It's in like feet fungus things, I think too.
Oh yeah.
It's nature's cure-all, you see. And so that's probably what he was using it for. I mean, they tell you like literally in the I think this is years and years ago, but they probably just, at this point in the army they probably just give you some like tenactin or whatever it's called. But they used to tell you like if you're out in combat and you start getting the fucking athlete's foot or whatever, you just when you're in the shower or whatever, you just piss all over your feet. The water's gonna wash it off anyway.
Does that work?
Hey, listen, I'm not here to confirm or deny any speculation about whether this works or not, but unless someone was playing a prank on me when I was in ROTC, then yes. I think
Does it also work for like jellyfish bites?
Yeah, you piss all over yourself.
You do.
Yeah,
See?
friend of mine, he was the only one on the beach willing to get his dick out and piss on this girl's leg, and he's like, "Yeah, it was great. She made out with me afterwards.
Wait,
Totally
really?
Worth it. Yeah.
What? So you
He's
see,
like, I saved this chick.
piss is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boil your piss.
You've
Save
seen
your piss.
the episode of the Carl Pilkington show. What's it called?
Idiot Abroad?
Yeah, but there's a different one, The Moaning of Life or something like that.
Yeah.
And he goes to India to like meet this whole like community that they just love it. They bathe in it. They do everything with it.
Get the hell out of
It's supposed to
here.
heal anything.
All right, for our final headline.
This one's a doozy.
Dad behind pro-Donald Trump USA Freedom Kids plans to sue the campaign.
Yeah, so
you
these are
remember the Freedom Kids.
President Donald Trump to make America great.
USA!
Da-na-na. Yeah, so that guy's suing the Donald Trump campaign because apparently they promised that they could perform at more appearances, and sometimes they would just get off the plane and be like, yeah, we canceled it.
Yeah!
And they said they could like sell their t-shirts.
Yeah, they
and
said they could
CDs.
have a booth at the
Never let them
rallies.
have it.
So now the guy's like, I don't even know if I believe the lyrics to my own song anymore. But he's like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be expressing my opinion about politics. This stuff's hard.
Yeah.
He learned a tough lesson.
Maybe just stick to meddling in your daughter's life.
Although suing is like the most Donald Trump thing ever. So.
Yeah, maybe he'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like your style.
Yeah.
I would have sued for the same thing.
Exactly. Anyways, we have some other content over here. We have a Tech News Day where Elon Musk is trying to save the damn world again. And then we also have, we did an interview with Alicia Vikander and Matt Damon for Jason Bourne. Check that out.
Matt Damon.
And we also have a new episode where Spider-Man is getting potentially more movies. And if he does, they're going to be done in the same style as Harry Potter, possibly.
Alakazinga!
No, not like that, but in a different way.